Hello everybody, welcome at this Vinyasa flow, let go and flow. A nice flowy Vinyasa moving to all corners of the mat today. My name is Dewi, this is Sidonia, and let's start. We start in a child's pose. Oh, and before I forget to mention, it's nice if you have a blog or a thick book which can help you in your half moon position we're gonna do today. So if you don't have it with you, we start in child's pose, giving you also the opportunity to get a book or a block. And in your child's pose, you slowly bring your awareness to the breath. And see if with every exhale you can feel a relax in the pelvic area, in the hip creases, melting your hips a little bit more in between your heels. So in this child's pose today, you focus only on the exhales. And you can always bring your knees a little bit wider so there's more space for your hips. Your forehead is resting heavy on the mat. And with every exhale, you feel your ribs drawing a little bit in towards each other. And with the inhale, they widen a little bit. And with the exhale, they melt towards each other. And this is always a good moment to do a little check-in with yourself. How do you feel? How does your body feel? How is your mind? Your energy? And sometimes it helps to visualize. How do you feel? You can give it a color, or you can make your own weather report. Is it a clear blue sky internally? Is there a storm coming? Is it maybe a little bit rainy? And whatever it is, there is no need to judge it. No need to label it with it's good or bad or it should change. It's just the way it is. And then slowly, you make every inhale just as long as the exhale. Evening your breath, and with the evening of the breath, you create a certain breath rhythm, your breath rhythm. You can always count your inhales and exhales so you're sure they're just as long. And now you also feel with the inhale, you feel the chest expanding, and with the exhale you feel a small awareness in the core, small contraction, slight navel to spine action. So take the next couple of breaths to, on the inhale, feel the chest expanding, and on the exhale there's this core activity, but it's gentle. You don't push your navel to the inside, but the exhale gently brings it in. Now with your next exhale, see if you can release the back of your neck a little bit more, melting your forehead in the mat, releasing those muscles, keeping our head upright all week. Give them that relaxation well deserved right now. Then on the next inhale, you flow up to an all-fours position. And on the next exhale, you flow back to a child's pose again. Inhaling, flowing to an all-fours position. And with the exhale, you flow back into your child's pose. Once more on the breath, inhaling into an all-fours. Exhaling back into your child's pose. Yes, rippling the spine, very nice. Inhaling to an all fours position. And you end bringing the chest forward, tailbone back and up at the end of your exhale. Yes. And then you exhale here, rounding the spine, moving back into your child's pose. Once more, inhaling, coming to all fours, and the end of the inhale is the chest forward, tailbone back and up. Reach through the crown and the tailbone, beautiful. On the exhale, brings your chin to your chest, rounds the spine, and brings you back to all child's pose. One more time, inhaling, bringing you to all fours, reaching the chest forward, tailbone back and up. And with the exhale, you first round the spine, chin to chest, and you move back into your child's pose again. Now inhaling to an all fours position. And exhale, you press up to down dog. On the next inhale, you bring the knees to the mat again. All fours. Exhaling back to child's pose. Inhaling, all fours position, curling the toes under. Exhaling, breathing your hips up to a down dog, pressing the hands into the mat. Inhaling, bending the knees back to an all fours position. Maybe you want to hover the knees above the ground slightly for a moment. Exhaling, back to your child's pose. We do this 2 more times. Inhaling, all fours position, curling the toes under. Now with the exhale, you breathe yourself up into that down dog position. Beautiful, relax the back of the neck. Inhaling, bringing the knees down, coming into all fours position. Maybe you hold the knees above the ground slightly for a mini moment, and then you exhale back into your child's pose. Last time, inhaling to an all fours position, curling the toes under. Exhale, breathing yourself into your down dog, and now you stay here. We take 3 breaths here in our down dog to really feel our position. Breathing, pressing the palms of the hands into the mat, heels reach toward the earth, and the tailbone lengthens up, melting the ribs in. And on your next exhale, you bend the knees, look in between the hands, and slowly walk forward into your forward fold. You can always bend the knees, and now on the next exhale, you walk your hands toward your left back heel, and grab the back of the heel with your right arm, keeping the hips straight, and you feel a slight stretch of the right side of your body. See if you can bring that right hip backwards. Right hip backwards. Yes, that's it. Away from your armpit and reaching the arm around the ankle. Just a really gentle opening of the side. Now on the next exhale, you come to center again. Maybe you want to bend the knees deeper, wiggle your hips a little bit. Then you exhale and you forward fold, and you walk your hands to the right side, and you grab the back of the heel with the left hand. Pulling the left hip backwards. And there's a very gentle opening of the left side of your body. You can play around with twisting, curling more around that right leg, breathing into it. And then with the next exhale, you move into your central forward fold. Now on the inhale, you move halfway up, breathing. And the exhale, you fold forward again. 2 more times. Inhaling, reaching the crown away from the tailbone, creating a long spine. Exhaling, folding forward again. 1 more time. Inhale, working on the breath. Beautiful. Tail away from crown of the head. Exhaling, flowing forward, and on the next inhale you roll all the way up to standing. Arms sideways and up, and on the exhale the hands move towards your heart center. And you take your 2 breaths, feeling your hands in front of your heart. Breathing here, feeling your feet grounding on the floor, and from the waist up you feel a lengthening, connecting your crown to sky. Feet are rooting down, long lines, heavy tailbone. You let go of the hands, arms alongside your body. You inhale, arms sideways and up. And on the exhale, you flow forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And on an exhale, you step back into a down dog position. Inhaling, right leg rises. Exhaling with the core, you bring your knee to your chest. Stepping through into a low lunge position. Now on the inhale, you coil your belly, bringing your pubic bone to navel. Breathing, releasing the neck. Exhaling, moving into that low lunge. And you feel the energy, knee forwards, heel backwards, hip down, chest up. Now you move, walk forwards along the long side of the bed. Turn over your back leg, move to the other side. Exhaling into that low lunge. Inhaling, coiling the belly. Navel, pubic bone to navel. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, stepping into a high plank position. Now take a moment to really feel the long lines in your high plank. Exhaling, knees on the mat. Lowering your upper body down. Now there's an inhale, cobra. Moving slowly, beautiful. Exhaling back into your down dog. In your down dog, on the inhale, left leg slowly rises across the horizon. Exhaling, knee towards chest. Stepping forward in your low lunge. Now feel the energy in the low lunge. Knee forward, heel backward, hips down, chest up. Inhaling, coiling the belly, rounding the lower back, releasing the neck. Exhaling, moving in the 4 movements of that low lunge. Moving towards the other side. Turning over that back leg. Now you feel your low lunge in the exhale. Inhaling, coiling the belly, releasing the back of the neck. Exhale, flow in your low lunge. Inhale, step back into a high plank. Reach the crown away from the tailbone, navel to spine. Then exhale, knees to the mat. And slowly, with control, lower down. And your upper arms are in line with your ribs. Then you lower down all the way. Inhale for a baby cobra. Exhaling back to down dog. Inhaling, right leg rises slowly on the breath. Beautiful, this is it. Knee into chest, exhale, stepping through. Exhaling in your low lunge. Inhale, coiling the belly. Exhale, moving into that low lunge again, pressing your left arm on the floor. Inhale, twist to open to the right side. Exhale, you breathe here. We stay here 2 more breaths. On the inhale, you feel the long line from the left arm to the right fingertips. The long line all the way from the crown to the back heel, navel to spine. And on the next exhale, the hand goes to the mat and you move over to the other side, towards the back leg. Exhaling into your low lunge. Inhale, coiling the belly, chin to chest. Exhale, move in your low lunge. Feel the 4 directions. Inhale, step into your high plank. Exhale, now you can do a full chaturanga or knees on the mat, yogi's choice. Exhaling. Upper arms in line with ribs. Beautiful. Inhale for up dog. Yes. Exhale back into your down dog. Beautiful chaturanga. Nice alignment. Inhale. Left leg rises slowly. Exhale, knee into the chest, using the core, stepping it through in your low lunge. Now you exhale in your low lunge. Inhaling, coiling. Exhale, feel the 4 directions in your low lunge, reaching. Now the right arm roots down in the mat and you inhale the left arm open into the twist. Feel the long line from the earth towards the sky. The back heel beautifully reaches back. There's a lift in that back leg and a sinking down of the hips. Navel to spine. Beautiful. One last inhale, reaching, and on the exhale you move back into your low lunge, traveling towards the other side, towards the front foot. Take an exhale here in your low lunge, inhaling, coiling. Exhale in your low lunge again, 4 directions, feel the breath. Inhale, step into your high plank, yogi's choice, full chaturanga or knees on the mat, exhale. Full chaturanga, bringing your upper arms in line with your ribs, beautiful. Inhale for down dog. Exhaling back to down dog. That was an up dog first, sorry. 2 breaths here, breathing in your down dog. 1 extra breath, digesting what we just did. Now on the next inhale, right leg rises. Exhaling, knee into the chest, stepping it through. Now on an inhale, you reach up to crescent lunge, interlace the fingers and release the index and middle finger. Now you do small pulsations here in this crescent lunge. On an inhale, you come slightly up, feel the reach. So on an exhale, you can feel the down, forward, backwards, down and up. Inhaling, reaching slightly from the pelvis. So on an exhale, you can move the knee forward, heel backwards, hips up, down, chest up. One more time, breathing, slow pulsations. Exhaling, moving down in your crescent. Now you bring the back heel down and you open up into your warrior 2 position. Breathing. Make sure your knee is above your ankle, pointing towards the second toe, and you feel a small release in the hips. Inhale, reaching forward, moving over to your extended side angle. And on an exhale, you move the upper body up, moving back into the reversed warrior. 2 more times. Inhale, reaching forward into the side angle. Exhaling into that reversed warrior. Inhaling, reaching forward into the side angle, and now you stay here in your side angle. Now make sure you melt the ribs in, navel to spine, that's it. Feel space between your shoulder and your ear, so you're not pulling the arm out of the socket. Slow breath. The tailbone reaches towards that back heel, and there's always a slight lift at the back inner thigh, yes. On the next exhale, you move into a reversed warrior. Breathing here. And from this reversed warrior, you straighten the legs on the exhale, reach forward and you move over in the Trikonasana. The back arm can be on the sacrum, or you can wrap it around to the front thigh. Choose your option. Breathing here. Make sure you micro bend the leg if your legs tend to overstretch, lifting the kneecap, that's it. Now on your next exhale, you bend the front leg slightly, hop the back foot a little bit in, grab your block, place it 20 centimeters away of your pinky toe. You start lifting your back leg into half moon position. You can keep your arm in the fold of that back front hip, and sometimes it makes it easier here in this half moon position, or you put the hand on the sacrum. And if you want to have the hand on the sacrum, you place the palm of the hand on that. It's really a triangle on your back. Breathing here. Beautiful reach through the back heel. Reach also forward through the crown. Tuck the chin slightly in. And with control on your next exhale, bending the standing leg, moving into your warrior 2 position. Now on an inhale, you reach up into a crescent lunge. Exhale, bending forward into a low lunge, moving to the other side over the back leg. Inhale, stepping into a high plank position. Exhale, lowering down your chaturanga. Inhale, moving into cobra or up dog. Beautiful control. Exhale to down dog. 3 breaths here to connect to your breath again. You want to take your block to the other side of the mat. Then move back into your down dog again. Breathe here. Then on the inhale, the left leg rises. Exhale, knee into the chest and stepping it through. On an inhale, upper body arms rise, interlacing the finger, release the index and middle finger. And now see if you can interlace the awkward way, so the opposite way you're always used to. Now see that you're in a heavy tailbone, navel to spine, and then on an inhale there's a small pulsation upwards on the breath, and on the exhale you melt down into your low lunge. Inhaling, breathing up. Exhaling, melting down. You're like a jellyfish in the water, moving slow. Inhaling, last breath up. Exhaling, moving into your crescent. Now on the inhale, you open the arms, back heel down. You open up into your warrior 2 position. Make sure your feet have the right position. So your knee is 90-degree angle over your ankle, pointing towards the second toe. Reach through the fingertips. Now from the inhale, there's a reach forward. Elbow slightly above knee, arm overhead, breathing into your side angle. Exhaling, bringing the upper body up and reversing the warrior. Yes, inhaling, reaching forward into the side angle. Feel how your breath moves you. Exhaling, coming up and reversing the warrior. Feel your body in space. Now from the inhale, you feel a reach forward into the side angle. Now you stay here. But you feel with every breath pulsation, you're really breathing the pose. So every inhale you feel space internally created, lengthening. Make sure your navel's to the spine. Yes, tailbone towards the heel and melt the ribs down. That's it. Reaching through the top fingertips. And on the next exhale, you feel how the core helps you, bringing your upper body up, and you reverse the warrior. And you keep the knee above the ankle, keep the deepening of the position of the legs. So the legs are strong and the upper body is fluid and breathing. Now on the next inhale, you reach forward, straighten the front leg. The back arm moves towards the sacrum and you breathe down, exhaling into your Trikonasana. Now if you want, you can move that back arm into your hip crease, creating an extra opening in the shoulders. Now be careful, if you tend to overstretch your legs, micro bend the front leg and lift the kneecap. That's it, beautiful. Breathing here. Now you slowly on the next exhale bend your front leg. Hop the back leg a little bit in, grab your block and place it in line with your pinky toe 20 centimeters before you. And now on your next exhale, you slowly move into your half moon position. Take your time to set up the pose and then start micro refining from where you are. See if you can stack your hips a little bit more and your leg can be a little bit lower in line with your hip. This is it, not higher. Yes, and now you work on opening those hips. Beautiful. Reaching through the heel, and if you fall out, just feel what made you fall out and then gently step back in again. You usually learn more if you fall out from time to time than always staying on the safe side. Now on the next exhale, you bend your standing leg. You slowly flow into your warrior 2 position. Really feel your warrior here. Moving really consciously from pose to pose. Inhale, reaching up into a high crescent lunge. Exhale, hands to the mat. Low lunge, breathing yourself towards the other side of the mat. And on an inhale, you step into a high plank position. Feel the reach in the inhale, and now the exhale brings you into a chaturanga. Make it a conscious one. Forearms in line with your ribs, and then you move through the heart to an up dog. Exhaling back into your down dog. 3 breaths here. Breathing into the poses. And instead of a down dog, you can always move into a child's pose if you feel that's what your body needs. If you are in a child's pose, gently make your way up to a down dog again. On the next exhale, you bend the knees, look in between your hands and step or hop your way to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, root down to reach all the way up, arms sideways and up. Exhaling the hands to the heart. 2 breaths here, feeling the hands in front of the heart, feel the feet rooting down, lengthening up from the waist, connecting your crown towards the sky. And then the hands move along your body. On an inhale, you reach in Utkatasana, sitting down, reaching up through the fingertips. And then on an exhale, you move the arms backwards and slightly pulse up, using your navel to spine action. Inhaling, sitting down in Utkatasana, reach the tailbone away from the crown. Exhaling, the hands backwards, slight uplift from the pelvis. 3rd time, inhaling, reaching up in Utkatasana. Now on the exhale, you fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, stepping back in down dog. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, from the core you bring your navel to knee to chest, navel to spine, stepping through. Back heel down, warrior 1 legs. Inhale, upper body arms up. And on an exhale, the left arm goes under the right arm into Garudasana arms. Now again, small pulsations here. Now this time you reach up with the chest and the fingers slightly, and with an exhale you move down again. Arms central. Inhale, breathing up, slight back bend, and the exhale brings your body upright again. Keep the deepness in the front leg. Inhale, slight lift from the breath, reaching the chest up. And on an exhale, you come straight again. Now releasing the arms, coming into a crescent lunge. Hands go to the mat, and then you bend the left leg, moving into a Skandasana. Breathing into it, beautiful. Inhaling, moving through center. Exhale in your Skandasana. Inhaling, moving towards the other side. In your Skandasana, now see if you can hold. You can have your fingertips on the floor or your hands in front of your chest. And see if you can release in the hips. You can always grab a block and modify. Maybe put a block under your sitting bones, so you can work on straightening the spine, feeling the position in the alignment. Now there's a slight lift in the pelvic area, bringing you a little bit up, turning over that back leg into a low lunge position. Let's take 1 coiling action here. And on an exhale, you flow down into your low lunge. Inhale, stepping into a high plank. And exhale, slowly lower down all the way on your belly. Yes, that's it. Now, on an inhale, make a cushion of your hands and rest your forehead on top of it. Feel for 1 moment your whole body heavy on the floor. Then you activate your core, navel to spine, and you bring your hands next to your shoulders. On an inhale, you lift up for Cobra. Keep reaching through the toes. You press your forearms next to your ribs and you breathe here. Make sure your shoulders are away from the ears, the shoulder blades down the back. And maybe you want to lift your hands from the mat. Probably your cobra is less deep if you lift your hands, really working the muscles at your back. And then on an exhale, you lower down. Placing the hands a little bit wider on the fingertips. And then on an inhale, you rise up into a very wide cobra. You hold it here for 1 breath. And then on your next exhale, you lower down again. We do this one more time. Inhale, reaching up, beautiful. Coming all the way up, head last, reaching through the crown. You hold it here 1 breath. And then you lower it down again. Now you bring your arms in front of your head, stretched out. Palms are facing each other, so the pinkies touch the floor. And then on inhale, you reach your arms and legs up. And on an exhale, the arms move to the sides. On an inhale, you hold it here, maybe a little lift. And on an exhale, the arms move alongside your body. Interlacing the fingers, you're in locust pose. Inhaling here, and you hold it here for 3 breaths. Really breathing here. Feel the toes lengthening away, creating length at the lower back. So then maybe on the last inhale, you can reach up a little bit higher. Release the hands and lower down, exhaling. Bring the hands next to the shoulders. On an inhale, there's a baby cobra or an up dog. Exhaling back to down dog, moving through an all fours position. On the next exhale, you bend the knees, look in between the hands, and step or hop your way to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Now on an inhale, you come up into your Utkatasana, reaching. And on an exhale, you twist to the left side, bringing the right elbow to the left knee, keeping the hips straight. You breathe here for a couple of breaths. Now you want to keep the hips square, so you always make sure the right hip moves a little bit back, and you can check that your knees are next to each other in the same line, and that your left knee isn't behind your right knee. Feel the palms of the hands gently touching, and use your core to really deepen your twist. The crown reaches away from the tailbone. And on your next inhale, you move up into Utkatasana. And on an exhale, straightening the legs, hands move in front of the heart. 2 breaths here. Again, feel the connection, your feet rooting down, your crown lengthening up. And then the arms move alongside your body. We go to the left side. Inhale for your Utkatasana. Reaching. Navel to spine. Yes, that's it. Exhaling the arms backwards, and there's a small pulse upside. We move all the way from the start. Moving the hands backwards and a small lift. Inhaling into your Utkatasana. Exhaling the arms back, and there's a small upward motion. Inhaling Utkatasana, reach crown away from tailbone, feel your fingertips, exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Fingertips can touch the shin. Exhale, fold forward and stepping into your down dog position. Inhale, left leg rises. From the core, knee goes to chest on the exhale, stepping it through. Back heel down, warrior 1 position. Now inhale, upper body arms up. Exhale, the right arm moves under the left arm for Garudasana arms. Now there's an inhale, bringing your chest slightly up, feeling an opening towards the sky, and the exhale, bringing it all together, central from the core. Inhale, breathing your chest open. And with the exhale, there's this core contraction, bringing your upper body right again. Inhale, breathe. It's very small movement. Exhale, coming upright. Now on an inhale, you unleash the arms. You feel a reach in a crescent lunge. Exhale, hands move to the mat. And you move into a skandasana. On the right leg, bending it. Inhaling, moving through center. Exhaling, skandasana on the left side. Inhale, moving through center. Exhale, your skandasana. Now you're gonna hold. Maybe you wanna modify with a block. It's always nice. I do this to demonstrate. You can sit on the block and then you can work on a straight spine and really having that release in the hip, reaching through that left leg. Beautiful. And then you can play around with your position, maybe feeling bringing the right buttock down and up, opening that right knee. Having a release in the hips and in the pelvis. Now with the next exhale, you bring the hands to the floor and turn over your front leg towards the right. Exhaling, inhaling into a plank position, high plank, reaching. Exhaling, moving all the way through a very low, slow push-up on your belly. Now on the next inhale, you move into a cobra. Exhale, you stay here, lifting the hands. Beautiful. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale, you stay once more. Next, inhale for a last reach. Exhale, you move all the way to the ground. Now the fingertips and arms go wide on the tips of the fingers. Now a dancing cobra. Inhale, bringing the left shoulder forward. Coming all the way up to center. Exhaling the right shoulder forward. And moving back, other direction. Inhaling, right shoulder forward. Coming up, exhaling, left shoulder forward. And to center, beautiful. Now you bend the legs, grab your ankles at the outside. Take one moment to really bring your navel to spine, lengthen your tailbone and your knees towards the back of your mat. And on an exhale, you push the feet into the hands. And you rise into your bow pose. Now 3 breath pulsations here, and see if you can really on an inhale slowly open the chest up a little bit more. And on an exhale you steady and hold the pose. On an inhale you feel an opening of the chest, pressing of the feet into the hands, and on an exhale you steady. And maybe you rock a little bit forwards and back because you're working on the breath, and on the next exhale you can let go. Make a cushion of your hands and rest your forehead on top of it for a moment. Maybe you want to wiggle your hips from side to side. Slowly. Now take one exhale to really release your whole body towards the floor. Feel the heaviness and how you are supported by the earth. Then you bring your hands next to your shoulders. Now really from an inhale you move up into your cobra. Just as far as your inhale brings you, curling the toes under and exhaling yourself back to a down dog. Inhale here. And on the next exhale you bend the knees, look in between the hands and hop or step forwards towards the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, root down to rise all the way up, arms sideways and up, reach towards the sky. Exhale, hands in front of your heart. 2 breaths here, feel the feet rooting down, strong legs rising from it, lengthening from the waist, crown connected to the sky. And then you bring the hands next to your body. You slightly bring the weight onto your left leg and you lift the right. Turning the heel a little bit forward, and then you grab the ankle and place it to the inner thigh, the calf or the ankle for tree pose. Bringing the hands in front of your chest. Now really press that the back of the foot of the right foot really strong to your standing leg. Feel your standing leg rooting down and feel like the branches of the roots of the tree are spreading below the earth. That's how steady your standing leg is. If you want, you can bring your arms towards the sky, grow the branches of your tree. And if you want to play around, you can always close your eyes, see what it does to your mind, to your balance. Now on the next inhale, you bring your hands towards your heart. You lift your knee in a 90-degree angle. Then you place your left hand on the knee, and on an inhale, you open up the right arm into a side twist. Now you have this strong standing leg, that left hand on the knee, and the shoulders are opening up. So you feel a broadness at the back of your upper back. The shoulders are away from the ears, and because you bring your navel towards your spine, you can melt the ribs. Then on the next inhale, you bring both arms up to the sky, and you gently bring this foot down. Doing the right arm under the left, toes together, heels slightly apart, sitting down, picking up the left leg and folding it over the right for Garudasana. Maybe you wrap the foot behind that leg. Breathing here. Very nice alignment with the elbows in line with the shoulders, hands away from the face. You can bring your shoulders a little bit more above your hips, bringing the tailbone down, navel to spine. This is it. And then on the next inhale, you pick up the left leg, breathing into it, straightening it forward, reaching it all the way back to Warrior 3 position. You straighten your arms out in front of you, interlacing the hands, releasing the index finger and thumb, like we did before in the crescent lunge. Beautiful. You want to square the hips, bringing your inner thigh towards the ceiling. Very nice. And then slowly, with control, you bend the standing leg. Come into a high crescent lunge. Now you feel your crescent lunge, you feel the reach, and with an exhale, the core moves you into a twist towards the right side, bringing the left elbow against the knee. Yes, beautiful. The heel reaches away from the crown, and you breathe here. Bring the chin a little bit towards the chest so you have a long line at the back of the neck. Feel the navel to spine action, beautiful. And now from this position, you bring your weight to your forefoot, hop the back foot a little bit in, and you move into a twisted half moon position. Just experiment. You can always grab your block and then set up the pose, twisting into that half moon. And just take this as a small moment of playtime, really feeling your position. Make sure the arm is reaching from the shoulder, not too far back. Bring it a little bit more forward. Now navel to spine. And now from this position, you're gonna twist your shoulders open. Yes, from the waist. This is it. Beautiful. Now with the next exhale, you start bending the standing leg, coming into a low lunge position, moving towards the other side, stepping the back foot towards the front, and you fold. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale, folding all the way, Utkatasana. Inhaling, root down to rise up. arms high towards the sky, and on an exhale you move them towards your heart. 2 breaths here, again feeling the connection to earth and sky, feeling the rooting down as well as the rising up. And then the arms move alongside your body. You place your weight on your right foot, picking up the left. Turning the heel forwards, and you move into your tree pose. Bring your hands in front of your heart and place your foot against your ankle, calf or inner thigh. Now you breathe here into your tree pose. A strong standing leg. And if you want, you can bring your arms towards the sky, feeling a reach from the waist. And you really feel a strong standing leg, envisioning the roots of a tree shooting into the earth, making you stable and strong. If you want to play, you can close your eyes for a moment. See what it does to your mind, to your balance. And then on the next inhale, you bring your hands to your heart, bring your knee forwards in a 90-degree angle. Place the right hand on top of your left knee, and then inhale, opening up in the twist. Again, a strong standing leg, working on the strength, lifting the kneecap. Now you bring your navel to spine so you can melt the ribs down. Yes, and every exhale, there's a small millimeter deepening of that twist. Then on the next inhale, you bring both arms to sky, upper body turns center. You feel a strong rooting down and a lift, and then you bring the foot down. Placing the left arm under the right, folding it, palms together, Garudasana arms, toes together, heels slightly apart, and you sit down, exhaling. Inhale, picking up the right leg, folding it over the left leg, maybe wrapping the foot. And then you are here, micro-refining the pose, bringing the hips in line with your shoulders. So shoulders on top of the hips, heavy tailbone, navel to spine. Beautiful alignment of the shoulders and elbows. Elbows are in line with the shoulders, hands away from the face. Now on the next inhale, you lift that right leg, straighten it out, and without touching the floor, you move, breathe into your warrior 3 position. You lengthen the arms forwards, in line with your head, interlacing the fingers, releasing the index and middle finger. Maybe you wanna interlace the fingers the awkward way, giving yourself a small extra challenge, and then you work on squaring the hips, bringing the right hip slightly down, turning the inner thigh towards the ceiling. Make sure your navel is to your spine. Yes, melting the ribs down. And then on your next exhale, you slowly start bending the standing leg. Lift your arms towards the sky and you feel your crescent lunge. Energy forwards through the knee, backwards through the heel, downwards through the hip, up through the chest. Now you reach, inhale, and from the core on the exhale, you twist to the left side, bringing your right elbow towards the left knee. Now first you breathe here, sending the energy of the back heel backwards. The knee reaches forwards. And from the core there's this twist, bringing the palms of the hands slightly in front of your chest. There's a softness there. Breathing here. Now you bring the back foot a little bit in. I'll support you with a block. And then you move into a twisted half moon. You can set it up with the block, and this is playtime. See how you move in the pose, feel the positions. Now start playing with your body. Feel how you reach through the back heel. How you reach to the crown and then you start stacking your shoulders on top of each other, twisting from the waist. Now on the next exhale, you slowly start bending the standing leg. Reach your arms up. On an inhale, you feel the opening inside. Exhaling, hands to the mat. Move towards your front foot. Inhaling, reaching into plank, high plank, and exhaling, bringing your upper body all the way to the ground. Yes, then you flip onto your back. You straighten your legs out and you bring your right knee towards your chest. And every exhale, you bring the knee a little bit closer to your chest. Really subtle movement on the breast, so you feel you can release in the hips a little bit more. Then on the next exhale, you open up the right arm towards the side and you gently bring the right knee over to the left side of your body for a twist. Now you have two options. Either you work with two shoulders on the mat or you let go of the shoulder and you bring the knee all the way to the floor. Releasing in the twist. And you can always use a block under your knee. And then you can work on a release in that top leg and that right leg, and also start working on bringing the right shoulder back to the floor again. Really melting into your twist. And on the next exhale, you feel a core awareness, bringing your knee straight again towards the chest. Now bring the left knee with it, so you have both knees towards your chest. Really feel how you make yourself compact and small. And then you release the right leg towards the ground. Keep the left leg towards your chest. Really reach through the toes of that right leg. And you take a couple of breaths to really bring that knee close towards your upper body, but from a releasing sensation. So there's not a lot of muscle power, but you really work from the exhales. Because there's a release in the hips, in the muscles, the knee can move closer towards the upper body. You feel your upper body heavy on the mat. Then you straighten out the left arm towards the side. And you gently bring your left knee towards the right side for a gentle spine twist. And you can always bring a block under your knee if it doesn't touch the floor. Is this high enough? Yes. So there can be a full release in the spine. Your top leg can really rest and let go. And so can your shoulders. Really let gravity do the work here, breathing into it. And you notice how every exhale creates a sensation of letting go and release. Slow breath, bringing your energy down. And then from the next exhale, you feel your core awareness, bringing your knee towards your chest. Your right knee comes with it. And you wrap both arms around your knee. And now I've got two options for you. Either you bring your arms alongside your body and you straighten your legs out towards the ceiling for Viparita Karani. Or you bend your knees towards your chest again and you move over to plow pose. You stay here, 2 breaths. Feel the chin a little bit away from your chest, like there's a really ripe orange under it. Then you gently bring your hands towards your lower back. Then you feel a lift in the pelvic muscles upwards towards the sky, and you lift your legs for shoulder stand. Now in the shoulder stand, it's like I'm standing next to you, pulling you from the toes up towards the sky. You really feel the weight on your shoulders, not so much on your neck. And there's a focus from your third eye, your drishtis, towards your toes. You never move your head in this position because there is some weight on your neck. And feel like there's a constant energy upwards, lifting you. So there's creating a lightness on your shoulders. On your next exhale, you move your legs open into a V position. You can flex the toes if you want. Yes, a variation on shoulder stand. And still you feel a reach upwards, yes, from the sitting bones, from the pelvic muscles, reaching towards the sky, the legs shooting towards the sides, opening up. And now if you want, you can bend the knees, placing the soles of the feet together, opening up, or you move into a full lotus pose. And again, still, there's from the shoulders, there's an uprising sensation coming from the core, coming from your breath. If you want to play around, you could see if you could touch your knees with your hands, staying balanced on your shoulders. And from this position, slowly you bring your knees next to your ears. If the legs stay bent, really closing your ears with your knees. That's it. Letting go of the hands, maybe interlacing the hands in front of you, bringing them on the mat. Yes. Now this closing of this stillness, enjoy it for a moment, taking your attention more inwards. Then you unleash the hands and slowly, vertebra by vertebra, you start rolling downwards again, keeping your knees first into your chest. And then you gently, whenever your whole upper body touches the floor, you straighten out your legs in front of you. Into your Shavasana. Bringing your feet wide away to the corners of your mat, your arms away from your upper body. Take one long inhale here. And a slow, gentle exhale. Feeling a melting down in the mat towards the earth. And you feel how you can fully let go of your body. Melting down in the mat. Feeling a total release. Also release all the muscles in the face. The muscle between your eyebrows. Feel your lower jaw heavy on the skull. your tongue heavy in the mouth. And every exhale melts you deeper into your mat. Take your time into your Savasana. I want to close this practice here today. Ending here. Take your time. Stay here as long as you need. Thanks for joining and see you another time soon.